Hey guys, today I'm really excited to get to talk to you about 28 Years Later. This movie comes out this Friday, June 20th, and it is a nice welcome back to this world that was created by 28 days later and 28 weeks later. Now, I do want to preface this by saying you really don't need to have seen those movies. Yes, I've watched them, but I watched them when they came out and I hadn't revisited them. And to be honest, I forgot so much of what had happened. And I didn't have time to rewatch them before going into 28 years later. Not a problem. They catch you up on the stuff you need to know, and the stuff you don't need to know, well, you just don't need to know it. So I was able to really fully enjoy this movie. And I think that anyone who hasn't even seen the first two will be able to. That said, go back and watch them. They're great movies. They're a lot of fun. Absolutely check them out. Don't sleep on them. But, you don't need to watch them before you go see 28 Years Later in theaters, which I do think this movie should be seen in theaters. This movie has incredible sound design that really puts you into that moment, into these scenes. You feel like you are being chased by zombies. I am not even kidding. It is insane. Some of the moments, especially like when things get quieter and then you hear something, of course, it creates a lovely jump scare. It's not like it's forced. It works. It fits within the story, but it's that sound design that really puts you into those elements. And of course, this movie stars, we all know it, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I will say, without spoilers, he is not in it as much as I thought he would be, but when he is on screen, he absolutely shines. He has great chemistry with the young boy, Alfie Williams, who plays his son, Spike. He's phenomenal. He's more the main character of this entire movie, and he is so good. Now, we haven't seen much of him in the past, but I really think this kid is going somewhere. Like, he truly he has a future in acting, to say the least, because he has incredible chemistry with Aaron Taylor Johnson. He also has incredible chemistry with Jodie Comer, who plays his mother, Isla, and it's like separated, okay? This is the way to say it. This isn't like a family story. This is like him and his dad and him and his mom. Very little bits of him and his family as a whole, and he is able to just do a wonderful job on both sides of things. He's also really able to deliver that emotion that you need to fully believe that this kid is in this world. I mean, when it comes to being terrified of zombies and running from them or hiding from them, but then when it comes to the deeper, more emotional moments between his father, like maybe some angry moments or some truly heartbreaking moments like he has with his mother, like he's able to capture all of that, and it's shown on his face, it's shown in the way he talks, it's shown in his mannerisms. I mean, this kid is so good. He's an absolute star. I couldn't sing his praises enough. He's absolutely the standout of this film for me. Of course, Aaron and Jodie, also incredible, and have great chemistry with Alfie as well. But really, truly, he is the one that shines here. And then, of course, we also have Ralph Fiennes, which we knew. I think, I kind of knew he would be in here, but I kind of assumed he wouldn't be a super major character, and he's not. Now, he's an important character. His piece of the puzzle is extremely important. He's incredible, of course, like no surprise there. But he again plays really well opposite Alfie, and I think Alfie is just the center of this movie, and he has that emotional moments, right? He's the emotional core heart of the story. So basically this is a, the UK is quarantined because of the virus. This is said at the beginning. This is known from the other films. The UK is quarantined. So Alfie and his family is from this little small island that's like connected just by a causeway. In high tide, you can't even get there. And so because of that, they're able to heavily guard the island. They have a watchtower, they have a gate, and they're able to defend themselves from the infection. Of course, they have to go out every now and then for certain things. And basically this revolves around Alfie is 12 years old now. His father, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Jamie, feels that it is time for his son to go and get his first zombie kill and takes him over to the mainland. And this sets in motion, I think, what something Jamie did not expect to happen. Things get crazy, things get emotional, things get bananas, and it ends up with I say Alfie, but his name is Spike, and the actor is Alfie, leaving the island with his ailing mother, who, is sick, and they don't really know why, but he realizes, Spike discovers that there is a doctor or someone who was a doctor, and he really just wants help for his mother. His father has seemed to give up on his mother. His mother almost has seemed to give up on herself, and he does not want to. He has that relationship, that bond with his mother, that he really just wants her to survive, and he wants to get her help. So he wants to take her to the mainland, and that is really where the main story follows. Now, of course, this really isn't even into like Act 2 where this comes about. All of Act 1 is essentially Aaron Taylor Johnson and Alfie land, and it's great and it's incredible, and it's just mostly the two of them, and they're so freaking good together. There's so much happening here. It's great. It's a great way to catch you up on what has happened over the 28 years, how this infection has evolved, and what has happened, and how the world looks. And of course, Alfie was born when this was already a thing, so like he's grown up with this. But then the second and third act really focused on him and his mother. And that is where I really loved it. I mean, I'm biased. I'm a mom. So I think it's that part that really just gets me. And I'm not afraid to admit, like, I shed a few tears throughout. Not a lot. I didn't sob. I didn't cry. But I had some teary eyes. There's some mist going on during certain moments because this is a lot happening. This is some heavy stuff that this kid is going through. And my youngest daughter is 12. So to look at this kid and know he's 12 is like crazy to me, the things that this poor 12-year-old is going through. But he's strong, and he has this sense of adventure and this sense of courage, and I love that. I truly, truly love that. And I love the moments between his mother, like I said. And then you see lots of different crazy zombies throughout, crazy infected. You see, the different evolutions of them. You do get a little bit of a glimpse, not actually seeing the outside world, but you get a glimpse of what has been happening in the outside world. You hear about it, is all I will say. Maybe. No, I don't want to spoil anything. So you just kind of know what's happening on the other side of things, which is interesting because it feels like this could totally happen in our world right now. Like we could have a country that's like, quarantined because it's an island and there's like zombies living on it, and we're just going about our daily business, not even thinking about it or worrying about it because it doesn't affect us, which is crazy because it feels pretty much like that could happen. So I liked that aspect of it as well. There's horror elements, of course. There's a lot of intense moments. There's a little bit of mystery throughout. There's some stuff at the very beginning that gets tied into the very end. And that is where things are going to be divisive, I think, because you basically end this story, okay? You kind of end, and I wouldn't say you end Spike's story, but you end this certain adventure. Certain things get wrapped up. Okay, we're in a moment that everything could end, and we're kind of okay with it. We're okay with how things have played out. We understand it, and that could be the very end of 28 years later. And then it's not. So something that I feel like probably should have been an end credit just to help separate it from the actual movie of 28 years later is what is going to lead into the next film. Now, Danny Boyle has said that there are going to be 3 new movies, including this one. We have another one coming that was filmed at the same time. It's coming soon. It's coming like in November, I think. And then we have another one coming after that. This tie-in is where I think you're going to lose some people. Just walking out of my press screening, there were people that were like, hold on, I was in there till the end. Or there's like one kind of crazy thing, but it's super interesting, and I find it to be very important to the story, that happens in like the end of the second act, beginning of the third act, that I think people are like, what happened there? That was crazy. I loved it personally, and you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about when you see it. But the end, I think, was a little too much for some people. For me, I dug it because I was able to separate it into this is what's coming next. Also because of the main actor that pops up, and I'm not going to say who it is. I don't want to ruin anything. But that was super exciting. I was like, yes, let's go. Very excited. And we know this person is in it, but this is like the first time that they are seen. And it made sense, and it ties together for a few little things that were sprinkled throughout. If you were paying attention in the background throughout the movie, if you were really paying attention to certain moments, it ties it all together. And it's crazy. Don't get me wrong. If some people are going to be like, they jumped the shark, and I can see why it feels that way. But I also know that this is important leading into the next one. That's why I feel like it should have been an end credit. We should have ended. Okay. Now let's go to something else. And now it can feel like this was tied in as an end credit. It's more of a lead into the other one. And I think those people who are like, what is going on? This is crazy, would have been satisfied with that. I think it would have been a better choice. So there is no end credit. That definitely should have been the one. I'm not mad at it. I really enjoyed it. I think it was fun, and I'm excited to see where things go. I really liked this story. I liked the emotion of it. I liked the heart behind it. And really, honestly, I just love Alfie. Like, Spike, he's so good. This actor is so great. He's incredible. And I'm really excited to see where things go from here with this story. But this story as a whole, this movie as a whole, really enjoyed it. Like I said, I really think you need to separate the last 4 or 5 minutes, however long it is, and push it and pretend it's an end credit scene, and I think you'll appreciate it more. Let me know in the comments if you are excited to see 28 Years Later. Are you going to see it on the big screen? You absolutely should. I highly recommend it. Definitely see it in IMAX if you can as well. If by the time that you got to this review of 28 Years Later, you already saw it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you guys can check me out at mamasgeeky.com. Thanks. I'll see you next time.